In the gritty world of ice hockey rivalries, few matchups have ignited as much passion and intensity as the long-standing feud between the Washington Capitals and the Philadelphia Flyers. This conflict between the Washington Capitals and the Philadelphia Flyers traces its roots back to the 1980s. The Capitals, new entrants into the league during the 1974-75 season, gradually found themselves thrust into the crucible of rivalry as they joined the Patrick Division. The two teams were very close, just 124 miles apart, which naturally led to a strong dislike. Flyers fans often filled the Capitals' home arena, the Capitol Center, during their games. This disdain peaked in the 1980s when the Capitals officially became part of the Patrick Division. The Capitals, after nearly a decade of struggles, finally tasted playoff success in 1983. However, it wasn't until the following season that they faced the Flyers in the postseason. Led by stalwarts Mike Gartner and Langway, the Capitals secured their first ever playoff series victory by sweeping the Flyers 3-0 in the 1984 Patrick Division semifinals. This triumph not only marked a historic moment for the Capitals, but also signified the end of the legendary careers of Flyers icons Clarke and Barber. As the 1987-88 NHL season unfolded, the rivalry reached new heights. With a playoff showdown on the horizon, the two teams clashed in a regular season game on April 3, 1988. The match was not merely a formality, it determined home ice advantage for their upcoming first-round playoff series. The game ended in a 2-2 draw, with Capitals defenseman Gary Galley scoring two crucial goals. Both teams finished the season with 85 points and 38 wins, but the Capitals secured home ice advantage by winning 4 of the 6 regular season games between them. The 1988 Patrick Division semifinals witnessed a gripping tale of resilience and determination. The Flyers took a commanding 3-1 lead in the series, only to face a Capitals comeback that forced a decisive Game 7. The contest extended into overtime, and Capitals forward Dale Hunter etched his name into franchise history by scoring the game winner, an iconic moment that still resonates as one of the greatest in Capitals playoff history. However, the Flyers sought redemption in the 1989 season, ultimately triumphing 4-2 in the series. The defining moment came when Flyers goaltender Ron Hextall etched his name in history, becoming the first NHL goaltender to score a goal in the Stanley Cup playoffs by shooting the puck into the empty net. This historic feat added another layer of intensity on an already fiery rivalry. The 1980s laid the foundation for the lasting rivalry between the Capitals and Flyers, with each game becoming a battleground driven by competition and the desire for playoff success. The echoes of those heated clashes resonated through the years, setting the stage for the intensified competition that would grip the NHL in the years to come. A night to remember, 11/01/2013. Fast forward to November 1st, 2013, a date etched in the memories of hockey fans for the explosive clash between the Capitals and Flyers. Little did anyone know that this game would be eternally etched in history as the night that literally ruined a man's career. On this fateful evening, the Capitals and Flyers, two perennial rivals, took to the ice in Philadelphia. The atmosphere was charged with anticipation, a typical showdown between fierce adversaries. The Capitals, riding a wave of dominance, delivered a resounding 7-0 victory, leaving Flyer fans disheartened. Despite the one-sided score, it wasn't the goals that would be permanently imprinted in the memories of those watching the game. Instead, it was the chaotic events that unfolded during the third period. The turning point came in the form of a thunderous hit by Flyers forward Wayne Simmonds on Capitals defenseman Stephen Oleksy. The collision set off a chain reaction, with Simmonds engaging in a physical fight with the formidable Tom Wilson. What happened next was more than just a usual hockey fight. It evolved into a full-blown line brawl, a chaotic spectacle of players exchanging blows and emotion. Amidst the chaos, Flyers goaltender Ray Emery did something surprising. He raced across the entire ice to face off with Capitals goalie Brendan Holtby. What followed was an uneven fight where Emery threw a lot of punches on Holtby. The scene was surreal, unprecedented, and controversial, raising eyebrows across the hockey world. Despite the controversy surrounding the brawl, the Flyers turned it into an unexpected source of motivation. Fans, who were initially disappointed by the team's slow start to the season, suddenly had something to cheer for. The game, which started as a potential low point in the Flyers' season, transformed into a pivotal moment that fueled their subsequent push towards the playoffs. On March 5, 2014, a few months after the intense clash on November 1, 2013, the Washington Capitals and the Philadelphia Flyers once again took to the ice for another game. This encounter was marked by a spirited and fight-filled atmosphere. In this game, the Flyers emerged victorious with a score of 6-4, continuing the trend of high-scoring and physically charged matches between the two teams. The echoes of the previous brawl on November 1, 2013 were still audible, reinforcing the narrative of an intense rivalry that had developed between the Capitals and the Flyers. The unpredictable 2016 Eastern Conference First Round. As the rivalry between the Capitals and Flyers continued into the 2010s, the two teams clashed again in the 2016 Eastern Conference First Round. The Capitals, who were the President's Trophy winners and seen as strong favorites, got off to a commanding start by taking a 3-0 series lead. It seemed like the Capitals were on their way to a straightforward victory, with their fans already dreaming of advancing to the next round. However, the Flyers had other plans. Despite being behind by a lot of points, they refused to back down. Led by their goaltender Michael Neuvirth, who was a former Capital himself, the Flyers put up a fierce fight to stay alive in the series. Game after game, the Flyers battled fiercely, refusing to let their season end without a fight. In a stunning turnaround, they managed to win the next two games, narrowing the series gap to 3-2. Suddenly, what was once considered a sure victory for the Capitals turned into a tense and unpredictable series. The Capitals, feeling the pressure, were determined to close out the series and avoid a collapse. In Game 6, they faced a strong and determined attack from the Flyers, who fought desperately to keep their playoff hopes alive. Despite being outshot by a wide margin, the Capitals managed to secure a narrow victory, winning the game in the series with a final score of 4-2. Although the Capitals ultimately emerged victorious, the series served as a reminder for the unpredictability of playoff hockey. What began as a seemingly one-sided affair turned into a hard-fought battle. The Flyers' refusal to give up, even when facing overwhelming odds, earned them respect and admiration from hockey fans around the league. In the history of hockey, the Capitals vs. Flyers matchup on November 1, 2013 stood out as a defining moment. In the aftermath, few realized that beneath the surface of what seemed like a routine regular season game, careers were being influenced, and the intensity of a long-standing rivalry was being forever magnified. This ensures that the Capitals-Flyer rivalry stays eternally remembered in the hearts of hockey enthusiasts. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. What's your favorite hockey moment? We'd love to hear from you in the comments. Until our next video, stay well, and we look forward to seeing you again soon.